started the services today, and he talked about Jesus in Gethsemane. It was with heavy heart last night that Nick and I were getting ready for this because the boss didn't have such a great outcome. That's all right. Go Bucks. Go Bucks. But then I prayed, and I didn't sweat blood, but Pastor Ron, we were working on last night, and Nick wanted to make sure that I wasn't late this morning. So why don't you share with them what time you wanted to pick me up?
Well, I get there by 4 o'clock. You know?
Yeah, getting ready.
Yeah.
So, all right, would you be so kind to sit right here for me? And if you, here, look, let's see. Finger on the right button here, and all you have to do is just push that right there and go on to the next one. Okay. Well, it doesn't want to cooperate, so I think that's what we're going to do. All right, sorry, buddy.
That's okay.
What we wanted to share with you is we had some pictures, and I'm sorry that's what's going to show up for it, but I don't want to. It's all right, Pastor, unless they really want to see pictures. Nick and I've gone to the Dominican Republic, is where we go on our mission trip, and Rochelle graciously allows me to help some of her at our hospital. I do surgery, and at this clinic that we go to, it's in the Dominican Republic, and it was started by some pretty insightful people back in the early 80s. If you go to this website and you're interested in that history, it's incredible what these people did. And it's perpetuated in our community. We live in Fulton County, and it's perpetuated on up to me and even in with Nick and our kids in our community. This was an organization that started and works with a Catholic parish in the Dominican Republic. Probably I would say 85 to 90% of the people in the Dominican are Catholic. Whether they're all practicing, I'm not sure about that, but it's either that or voodoo and a lot of Christian faith. So this clinic is a medical clinic that we go to, and at that clinic, I do surgery. There are surgeries. They have surgical facilities there at the clinic, and there's a number of other things as well. There is when we go, Nick and I happen to take Nick with me. And we went with a small group. There was about 7 or 8 of us. And it was some of the nurses from where Rochelle and I work. One of them had been on a mission trip with me to Haiti. But the other 2 had never really even been on a mission trip at all. We took one of their children with us. The kid graduated from Ohio State. And we did surgeries all week. But it was a small group. But usually what we'll go with 35 to 40 people from our community. And the span will be octogenarians, right down to when Tony went. Tony took his 4-year-old, 3 or 4-year-old. So it's a real gamut of who goes with us. And yes, I do the surgery. I'll take some of my friends that will go, and they'll be primary care physicians, and we'll go out into barrios. And I think that's what you and I want you to go with us again when we go out to the barrio clinics. The barrio clinics comprise of the primary care docs will go out into the communities. This clinic that they've established has contacts probably within a 50 to 75 mile radius of the town that we stay in. There are, we'll go out to facilities like small little communities, and we'll use their school, and we'll do health clinics. And these health clinics span infants all the way up to people in their 6th and 7th decade. And it's mostly a wellness clinic and some counseling. And for the kids, again, it's a wellness clinic. And also, it's sprinkled a lot with Christianity, okay? And so these young people get introduced to that. And usually we end up, we went about a year ago with a group, and that group we went with, I think there were probably 10 to 12 of the kids from Archibald High School that went with us. Archibald High School, Archibald Middle School, and these young kids inculcated and got the kids that came to the clinic, you know, playing and laughing. And what's incredible is that these people are, they speak Spanish. And a lot of the people that we go with don't have that, well, there's a language barrier. But that didn't stop these kids. It was great to watch them interact. And when we went to their church, what do you remember about that church?
Well, I remember going to sing songs.
You remember singing songs?
Songs, yeah.
But remember they were playing them up on the video?
Yeah.
Could you read it?
Well.
Had trouble reading it, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was in Spanish.
It was in Spanish.
But did that stop you from singing?
No.
No, it didn't stop you from singing at all, did it?
Right.
So it's fun. They helped. They let us. They opened their doors and they let us into their communities. So we do these barrio clinics, and I stated sometimes in the barrio clinics we will go out and it'll be a dirt road, and we'll get out and we'll set up a few tables, and all of a sudden 200 people just come out of they come out of, I don't know where they come out of, but they come out of the middle of the desert. They live there. And there'll be 200, 300 people that show up at these barrio clinics. And that is incredibly, it's an incredible experience to just be a part of. I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty indescribable. And the other thing that we share with Nick, we went to the school, didn't we?
Yes.
There was a school.
Yes.
You want to tell them about what you saw at the school?
Well, I saw the kids.
There were a lot of children.
Children.
Unfortunately, we can't show you, but what they have is there is a Christian school in this town, and the clinic has established a tie with this, and the children are part of this mission outreach is to fund this school for these kids. And so if you go to this website, and I'm not promoting this per se, but you'll see it, you know, it's sponsoring kids. This is directly communicating or directly touching back to us. These kids will start out in kindergarten and they matriculate all the way up. We've had some of the kids go on into that left San Juan de la Guarda where we hold the clinic, down to Santo Domingo, which is the capital of the Dominican. And Santo Domingo is a town about the size of Columbus. It's huge. And they have a medical school there. And they've had a couple of kids matriculate through this clinic that was established back in the early 80s, who are now completing their training and are coming back to be primary care physicians in this community. So again, it's education, and when we go down, the last time we went, one of the times I went down, we had a retired principal from Wasion High School, and they brought their information technologists with them, and these guys set up you've seen these websites where you'll go and they have photographs of the kids and you sponsor. And we did all that for these people. They ran all 2,100 kids through and took photographs of them, had a little bio. So there is plenty of things. That's just a little piece of another thing that we do when we go down. They go down and they read English to the kids and help them with their bilingual skills. Do they? Nick, okay, what do you want to?
Here, you want to touch this? And you can all keep talking and you,
Okay.
Good hard.
The other side.
Sorry, my fault, guys, my fault. Okay, you keep working through that. These are, here, you want to touch that button right there, and as I talk, you can just scroll through it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let it up. These are some of the people that went with us recently on our mission trip. Keep going. There's also a significant need right now. When the clinic was built, it was built like in the mid-'80s. Right now we're building a brand new clinic. And the reason they're building a new clinic was when the hurricanes, some of the hurricanes came through like in the late 90s, mid-90s. They are in a floodplain. And the clinic was, the sand and mud came through and just devastated the clinic. So all its electricity is gone, period. And they purchased some land outside of town, and if you go to that website, they're really excited about building a brand new clinic. So there's construction opportunities. And the team, some friends of mine just got back. They took 35 people, and all they did was construction at this new clinic. So there's various ways to outreach, and it is, as Rochelle said, I think that we have it's not only in my community in Fulton County. There's people that go. We set up these mission trips about every 3 or 4 months, and people will just call and say, "Hey, I want to come," and we pretty much have to limit them right around somewhere between 25 and 30, simply because of the housing issues that we have. And we house. It's like going to a Red Roof Inn or a Motel 6. We have facilities there to house the missionaries. We have teams that are host families. The current host family there, the one prior to this one was from Pettisville. Husband and wife from Pettisville. They were the host family for about 4 or 5 years. The current team now is from South Carolina, I believe, and they have indigenous people that will make us dinners, set us all up with that, we have usually fellowship when we get back from these clinics. The barrio clinics come back, the surgical teams that are with me, and we stay at the surgery sites are at the actual clinic. And I don't get a chance to go out to the barrio teams very much, but they'll come back in the afternoon, and then we all sit down and wash up and get ready for supper. The last 2 times we've been there were some teams from North Carolina, a couple teams from Oregon that we bumped into. Angie was an interpreter. She came from Miami. She found out about the clinic and she helped us interpret. All right, off with that. There's Hayden. Hayden is a medical student, and his mother works with Rochelle and I over in Defiance. That's Terry. Terry is one of the scrub nurses that work with us. Keep going, buddy. So I can't express to you more that this is people. This is a community of people from northwestern Ohio. Dr. Bernardi in Ryan, she would take 20, 25 kids from the Catholic school, or from the Catholic church. She used to go down to the same clinic. I'm not sure she continues to do it. We have some primary care physicians that are currently they went on the trip with my friends, that they did the barrio clinics, and my friends did some of the construction. So, this is an incredible opportunity. Pastor Ron, I'm a little selfish sometimes because it's so incredible to go and see these people. I'm starting to get this. I love to go because I love to go with new people and to see the new people and to share this with them. It doesn't matter if you're 4 or 84. You'll see peer groups on this. So there's a number of opportunities. It's right here in your own. It's your fellow Christians in northwestern Ohio, and and Nick had a great time. Here's an example of here's the housing facility where we stay at. Yeah. And is that Hayden up there?
Oh yeah, that's Hayden.
That's Hayden. And that's probably one of your rooms, isn't it, where you stay? Why don't you share with them what was, we were in the room, right? And we had 2 beds.
2 beds, 1 shower.
1 shower, and the shower was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was the shower like?
Ice cold.
Ice cold because, they have the, when you're there, there's, they have, well, what we do is they'll catch rainwater in the big black, you'll see the big black tanks, but all night long, you know, the tanks kind of cool down, and so Nick and I have to get ready, and Nick wanted to take a shower in the morning, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right? It's a little cool though, but we got in and out, that's all right. But the food was incredible.
Yeah, that was great.
They had an open air market, we went to the food, we went down there. Oh, yeah, there's so Nick and I getting ready for breakfast,
Yeah.
yeah. And then, I don't know what else to share with you. I just want to share that, if you're even thinking about it,
Oh yes.
if you're even thinking about it, just, it's okay to step out of your unfamiliarity or your uncomfortableness zone. It's okay to do that. And that's the most incredible thing that the Lord is calling you. It's okay to step out of your comfort zone. And we did it. We do it. And you can do it with your peer group here. It takes a little bit to step out, but I can tell you, oh my, you think that you're given. It's a reward that it just brings me to tears every time.
Dr. Weigand, you have a couple of minutes. Would you like to take a couple of questions?
Sure. Be more than happy to. But you're going to, if you do this, don't be frightened, and I can. Sorry, what happened?
That's a video.
This is something else. Alright, stop. You will get back. I'm telling you, you're going to get back much more than you ever thought that you were going to give up. It's incredible. Please, may I don't want to keep you much longer. What else can I share with you? Questions? Be more than happy to. Hey, why don't you stand up and we'll ask questions.
Nick, what was your favorite part of this whole trip?
Well, my favorite part is coffee.
Coffee.
And we found out about the Dominican coffee, didn't we?
Oh,
Yeah, Nick helped me. You were the chief transporter for the patients, weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, Nick had a little sensitivity to hearing, and kind of.
Yeah, I got a little problem, so yeah.
When the kids kind of cried a little bit, you thought that you didn't want to be around them.
No.
But you helped them transport.
Well, yeah.
And you know, and wish I could have gotten out to the barrio clinics because the kids would have really had a good time. What else? What else may I share with you? Yes, ma'am.
What did you help with the most? I mean, diseases or surgeries? Or
Well, for example, for me, I do general surgery. So there's a lot of people with thyroid problems down there that I'll help with. I'll help people with hernias. We have the capability of doing. We just received a donation of some medical equipment, but we do gallbladder surgery down there. I've done all kinds of abdominal surgery. I feel comfortable helping them. The facility is there, so it's a real gamut. My best friend is an orthopedist. He just got back with the group at the end of February. He was doing, they ride motorcycles down there a lot, so there's a lot of accidents and bones and this and that. And so he did a lot of orthopedic work. The barrio clinics, there's a lot of people that we're dealing with hypertension. They have, mostly it's hypertension and trying to counsel them about starting on medications and dealing with get acute cardiovascular risk like that. Mostly it's hypertension, trying to help in those barrio clinics. What else?
Anything else?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you determine what you need to replace the clinic, and how is that funded?
We have there is a team of people that the Solid Rock organization has employed that currently live there that work with some of the physician extending people down there. For example, in surgery. There is a lady that actually lives at the clinic. She has come from Illinois. She came once as a missionary and stayed. She's incredible. She's been there now 7 years, and she has a real pulse on not only the equipment that goes on, the equipment that we need, and she will contact or be in communication with the coordinators of the people that take teams down. Okay? And when we take things down, we went to Weigand's church in Archville. And they've got these big, huge canvas bags, hold about 50 pounds. And we get supplies from, we'll get school supplies, we'll get clothing, we'll get all kinds of donations like that. And missionary teams take them down there. The last group went down. They probably had 35 people in the group, or 30 people in the group. Each person took the responsibility for 2 50-pound bags. And we went to we hauled them up there in a bus and put them on the plane for Delta. And so we take a lot of the supplies, whether it's clothing, whether it's medical supplies. A lot of the times Rochelle can share with you in her particular clinic, we have drug companies that will provide us with samples for blood pressure or whatever, or ulcer pills or something, and these will begin to get close to out of date, and we'll take those with us. So we get medical supplies, things that are donated like that, and then we actually haul them to the clinics. Does that sort of help you? And like I said, we got this excellent supply for, just 2 seconds, because I'm so excited about this. We got a donation by our hospital for laparoscopy. It was a light source that I use in surgery to do minimally invasive surgery. We can do this now for these people down here. Because 2 years ago, Pastor Ron, when we were there, one of the guys was having to hold the light source in the machine as I'm working on this patient. And so now we don't have to. This was like about a $5,000 piece of equipment, and boom, my buddies took it with us, and so I'm looking forward to doing this when we get down there. I'm excited about it, and just one last real quick. Look, you guys can do what you would like with your mission funding, but I want to share with you, and you can counsel them. But if there's anybody in your community that's thinking about doing this, put your funding toward them. Not necessarily this clinic per se. We're extremely blessed with our clinic, with what we do. But it's trying to bring this back to you all as a community. It costs about $500 or $600 for a plane ticket, and about $400 or $500 to stay at this clinic for a week. That's $1,000. And a lot of people in the community, that's kind of tough. But if you throw some stuff together and you went down with a group, Pastor, I would really, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but it's support your own people that are having that little trepidation about coming up with, $800 to $1,000 to kind of do this. So you do what you want with your missionary donations and things like that, but we are extremely blessed by what's been going on by the individuals that had a tremendous amount of foresight before I even got what we do.
Very good. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.